I'm just getting ready to form the footing here. I'm getting all the supplies for the forms. After excavating this in the last video, you know, it's really quite level all the way around, but you can't get it totally precise with an excavator or backhoe. So I'm just doing a little bit of fine tuning here to give us the most level starting ground here. I just rented this thing. Okay. Oh. What that thing does is compacts the ground, it vibrates and compacts. This really will just give me the most ideal base for my footings. I don't think it's necessary. This is really good soil, but just gonna tamp down that first couple inches that might have got disturbed a bit. Well, I'm not hurting anything anyway. Like, even after one pass, you can see how this is already really compacting nice. Compared to, like, you know, what's loose up there. So we got a rain this morning and it just packed beautifully. I mean, this is just looking like a perfect base for these footings. All this lumber here was cull lumber, so it's got defects, but it's perfect for what I'm about to use it for here, making stakes and shit for these forms. Hell of a lot cheaper than buying stakes, that's for sure. So probably for most residential construction, you would be following a code for what size your footings need to be. But this house is a little different. It's being a custom log house. It's been fully engineered by an engineer and professionally designed. And what the engineer calls for on this plan is a 24-inch by 10-inch footing. This house has got a lot of footing. Like, just the sheer size and mass of the log house, it requires a little, it's heavier, it needs a bigger footing, but this is extremely well engineered. We're not gonna have any issues, that's for damn sure. The only drawback about that is it's gonna take a lot of lumber, and it's gonna take a lot of 10-inch lumber to form these footings. It's a little bit expensive, but man, it's gonna be top of the line. I bought a lot of boards for this. I've been trying to pick the straightest ones here to do this, but it's been a long time since I've worked with 2X lumber building with logs, and I forgot just how crooked these are. Oops. So I'll have to straighten out and level my form here. But so very simply what this footing is, what I'm trying to do is create a form, and then I'm going to fill this with concrete, and then I'm going to have a concrete block here that looks like this, very long rectangular, around the entire perimeter of the house. And then I'm going to build a concrete wall that sits here. That's the basement wall, and then the logs will sit on top of the concrete wall. And I'll try to explain this better than the last video, but you can see I'm not very deep here, and people were wondering if that's enough frost protection for being in a really cold part of the world. So I got 3 feet here, and then my windows are gonna come out like in the basement. I'm gonna have window sills about here, and you'll be able to see out. And then I'll probably backfill, add dirt to about here. So I'll gain this much depth when I fill with dirt around it, and then it exceeds the building code of frost protection, especially because it's going to be a heated foundation in ideal soil. So I had one of my friends from Alaska leave a comment and said, you know, this would be the perfect soil type for frost heave where I'm at. And that's true, because frost heave is not the soil freezing, it's the moisture in the soil freezing. So sand being a material that doesn't hold moisture, you're far less likely to have frost heave than in a soil like maybe clay or something. Huh, the joys. What a beauty. Holy fuck. Now I need to straighten all these boards out and set the tops of all of them level. I will probably get carried away with the stakes. It's a footing, so it doesn't really matter if it's totally perfect. I gotta be careful not to get too fussy. But once I'm done staking these boards, they're gonna be straighter than they were when they were loaded into my truck. So the batter boards and the string lines are the outside edge of the footing. And then just straightening the boards and leveling them to that line. So now we'll set and straighten out this inside. So we have a string line here for the inside, and we just got to straighten out these just wonderful boards here. So I have a little helper today, helping me get everything square and helping level things. And that's been just really helpful, you know, to get these string lines set perfect with an extra set of hands. We've been able to just measure and everything's just dead on square because we started off so perfectly square. This is absolutely dead nuts. Good work. I have to make about 130 of these, so I'm definitely going to be here a while. What an absolutely beautiful day it is to be out here today, guys. How the fuck do I want to do this? All the weight from all the supports within the house needs transferred into these concrete footings and down into the ground. These huge ones are very important. They're supporting the roof. It's coming down right here. I just got to get everything lined up all at once. Right there it looks like. Ow. You gotta make triangles and make sure that everything is squared right up, and yeah, it's just perfect. You know, taking the extra time to get the outside really good made everything easy. Beauty. You just wedge up all the corners to where they need to be. So this was the high point here. So I set the laser right here. Instead of trying to dig down the high spots, which would be a real pain, I just lifted it up in the low spots. And all that will happen is there'll be a little more concrete where it's lower. This will fill with concrete, and then the top will be perfectly level everywhere. So I got all of the footing forms built and square and level, and the concrete's coming soon. All I gotta do now is just get the rebar in. I'll keep this short because there's a lot of people here that know a tremendous amount about this, but say this is my concrete footing, this stick here, eh? And the reason concrete is used for the base of a house is because it's really strong in compressive strength. So when you have the ground here and all the weight from the house pushing, it's extremely strong. Where it really lacks is in tensile strength. So when you're pulling the ends apart, wood, for example, is extremely strong in tensile strength. And you can test that by just trying to pull apart even the smallest, puniest piece of wood. You have just a hell of a time. So, steel on the other hand, but a piece of steel on the other hand, also very good tensile strength. So that's what the rebar does. It holds it. It adds tensile strength. And that's why the rebar is placed on the bottom third of the footing. It's because that's where the beam action is in tensile strength. And I probably won't get into that. But if this footing is bending, which it's not gonna because it's sitting on a compacted gravel road, but in the case that it does, when you bend this, the bottom is going to be in tension and the top in compression. And a little bit of rebar goes a long way structurally. Bend it around the corners, trying to keep some distance from the side and overlapping lots. Looking good, guys. Really good. Fuck. That's my least favorite thing. Oh, I still got this string in the road. Something like that. I mean, if I ever need an at-home rocket launch pad, holy Christ. Probably overkill, but that's fine by me because rebar is cheap. I just got tomorrow and then the concrete will be here. I'm working to finish up the last of this rebar, but there's a lot left to do. I've noticed this thing is saving me a lot of time. It's all new to me. I do realize why they invented rebar tying guns. I'm getting fairly bored of doing this. I'll show you what I've been working on here. I got concrete coming first thing tomorrow. I'm just trying to do everything I can to be prepared to make this job go good for me and my team. I'm laying out all the rebar marks, so there's no measuring. It's just going right off the boards. I realize I'm gonna have a lot of plumbing to do here pretty quick, which I don't really want to do, but it's a 4-foot piece, so I want it about an inch lower on the bottom. My engineered plans, they only call for 2 rows of rebar here. These rebar chairs are really good at holding my footing on the ground. Like, that is like unbelievably bad. Well, it's just about 11 here. I'm cutting it way too tight. I'm gonna have to be out here at 4 so that I'm ready for these guys. Okay, trucks are coming soon, calm before the storm. Buttoned up here pretty good this morning. I added all these pieces here to tie them together. Footing is looking just really good. Takes a long time to fuss with things like this and making all these grids and pissing around. I know those don't have to be that long, but I made them in one continuous piece. And then these are smaller deck posts. Things are looking really good here. I just got to get tidied up in a hurry. Just got everything tied in here. What a day it's been here today. It's been quite stressful down this last stretch. I'm quite tired. We've been working hard. I got help from 2 of my friends and my neighbor, who's also my friend, and my mom come help too. And I was glad to have everybody. This is a job you just can't do by yourself. I have to apologize to you friends because filming takes a lot of time and focus, and I just couldn't bear to be the guy monkeying around with the camera while my friends are breaking their backs with wheelbarrows and rakes and hard manual labor, and I'm thinking about cameras. And I was really lucky to have a couple of friends that have done this work before. Really, those guys that really helped on this job. Time to rip this apart and see how our footing looks. Now, I bought these cheap things on Amazon because you think you're not gonna fall face first onto the damn thing, but you might. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good, guys. That looks pretty damn good. To 30 MPa concrete, it's overkill, big time. Huge footing. It's one of those things, it's just gonna outlive me. Ow. The material cost for this project, just the concrete, not all the 2x10s, not all the rebar, the chairs, the whatever, just the concrete is going to be more than the material cost for my entire log house I've built and all the roof members. So of course that's not all the costs, I've bought tools for that, but the big stress for me here for a long time has been I known all of a sudden that all these costs are going to smoke me all at once. Like I can come out here and I can cut logs and I can build and I can do it really on the cheap, but all of a sudden I got to pay for a well and I got to pay for this and the ICF and the concrete and the floor and the roof and everything that adds up so quickly. And it's just every single time you want to come to work, it costs you a lot of money. I've been saving up for the last couple of years as I've been building my house, and now it's just like I'm a swimming pool with a hole in it. But at least it's going somewhere. I've just been cleaning up the worst of this excess concrete, and that'll be real easy to put my drain in around the outside. I'm saving all these boards in pieces, and there will definitely be more footing form work to do down the line. So you'll see these rebar everywhere. We wet set them, and what they're doing is the concrete wall is going to go on top, and then this rebar will tie the two together, and then it's mainly a shear wall so that the wall won't slide in with all the weight from the dirt. And we tried to get them in as soon as possible. You might notice they're not all perfectly in a line, but it don't really matter. I got plumbing that goes under the slab here, so I don't know if I should fill with gravel yet or what. I got to order my ICF, and I'm trying to get this built to the next stage here as soon as possible. There's so much to do. This has just been an awesome project, friends. You know, like, it's been great to learn something new. I know it won't be the last time I'm doing concrete. We're going to be doing these walls soon, but I like to build things, and there's going to be more concrete work. And it was awesome to have help in this video. I really couldn't have done this job by myself. There's just no way. We needed everyone, and everyone did great work here. It's always humbling when people offer to help a guy, you know, like, and I'm not that great at asking for help. I've costed myself huge amounts of time trying to do things by myself. The summer's short. That house has got to be moved and sitting on this foundation. There's so much work to do, and I really do think I got to probably get a little bit better here asking help, because I do have some really great people around me and friends. So thanks for watching this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to catch you on the next one, and I hope to get right at her here tonight. And before you know it, that house will be coming apart and getting ready to set up again here on this foundation. I can't wait. There's so much to do here before the winter comes. Let's keep at her, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone's doing just great.